Hey YouTube, welcome back to Clutch Situation. A couple days ago, a viewer of the channel had dropped some knowledge on me about a classic mechanical pencil that I had not used since my youth, and I had been on the lookout for it for quite some time, but a couple years ago when I was searching for it, I didn't find anything. Well, the user of the channel, who I believe is a viewer from the great nation of Mexico named Carlos, thanks Carlos, had done a little bit of research for me, and given that he spent that time to do some research and find a product that was near and dear to his heart, I thought I would go ahead and order what was also a classic pencil for me to review here on the channel. And so today I'm going to be reviewing the Pentel Techniclick. The model number is PD105T. I got these off of Amazon. And there were actually several options available on Amazon and in colors that I had not seen before. I also got it in a 4-pack with navy blue. I guess that's royal blue, my apologies. I got it in a 4-pack with green and also in a 4-pack with pink. And so I'll be reviewing the Pentel Techniclick here. It is an economy mechanical pencil. It's definitely on the cheap side, and I haven't really seen these at retail at all in the United States, and according to Carlos, these pencils are a lot more common in Mexico, and so, of course, manufacturers are able to do different things in different markets, and so by sharing our shared hobby all throughout the world and communicating with each other, we can find out information about what mechanical pencils might be more available in certain markets compared to others. And so, Carlos, thanks for the shout out and doing a little bit of research on this. This is a mechanical pencil that is near and dear to my heart, and the last time I had seen it was, or had held one in my hand, was decades ago. And so it's nice to see that Pentel still makes this model. So let's go ahead and run down the basics of the Pentel Techniclick, because it is reminiscent of another classic Pentel mechanical pencil that you've probably heard of, and I have a couple of them right here. Same eraser. Okay, these are two vintage versions of the classic Pentel Quicker Clicker, which is a side advance mechanism pencil. And this is another side advance pencil with a key difference being that the side ratchet advance button, the knock button on the Techniclick, is significantly more raised than it is on either any model that I have a 0.5 millimeter and I have a 0.7 millimeter for the Quicker Clicker, and this is the classic variant of the Quicker Clicker. It's always a tongue tire whenever I try to say it, but that's okay. And so these are the classic versions of the Quicker Clicker, and these are the ones without any rubberized grip. The mid age of the Quicker Clicker had a smooth rubberized grip, and the modern version has a ribbed rubberized grip. Notice that there is ribbing on the grip for the Techniclick, but the Techniclick, this is molded out of plastic, injection molded. And so right away, a key difference between those pencils is the difference in the where the side ratchet advance mechanism is located. So what are some of the other key features of the Pentel Techniclick? Let's just take a little tour of it. One thing that you'll notice, which is very unique amongst mechanical pencils, or I should say uncommon, not unique, because there are obviously other mechanical pencils that have this feature, but we have a crystal clear body for the Pentel Techniclick. And of course, this is advertised as that you can very clearly see how much lead you have loaded into the chamber, which I actually find to be a pretty useful feature, because there's a lot of times in which, I'm not sure where I stand, and I want to be on the go, and I want to know how much lead I have available in the chamber for a mechanical pencil, and sometimes I'm like, oh man, I forgot my extra lead, and I forgot to check how many lead pieces were in this mechanical pencil. Well, there is no guessing with the Pentel Techniclick. You can know immediately how much lead you have available in the pencil, and this is also useful for our purposes for this channel because it allows you to sort of see the inner workings of a mechanical pencil. So this is a side ratchet mechanism mechanical pencil, and watch what happens when I press the button. the cam system shifts down, and so when I press the button, it is extending a little bit of lead. You'll notice over here where the grip is kind of concealing the spring system that is located on this ratchet mechanism mechanical pencil. And so when I press down, the cams right here are extended, and that opens up the clutch and allows the lead to extend. And then when it retracts back, or when I release the button, I should say, the springs retract the mechanism back. And so that's how you advance lead on the mechanical pencil. Now, if you look closely at the tip here, this is a plastic clutch mechanical pencil, okay? And so it's liable to wear out over time. I've seen reports online of Techniclicks lasting a long time, but I've talked in a prior video on the push-top ratchet mechanism, which regardless of whether that mechanism is on the side or whether the knock is on the top, it doesn't really matter. The mechanism functions in the same way. In that prior video that I did, I mentioned that there are some compromises that happen as a result of having a plastic clutch, and so check out that video if you want some more information on that. So that is unfortunately a downside of the Techniclick. Now, I spent a solid couple of hours over the last couple days writing with the Techniclick, and I really enjoyed the experience. And so, you know what, let's just go ahead and run down the rating scale on the Pentel Techniclick, and I'll let you know what we got. So this is the Pentel Techniclick, model number PD105T. I'm pretty sure the 5 refers to 0.5 millimeter. I've heard that in the past this has also come in 0.7 millimeters, and so maybe depending upon your market, you also have it available in 0.7 millimeter. I already showed you the 4 colors that I have. The classic color for the Pentel Techniclick is an aquamarine color, sort of a bluish green that is a bit more blue than what you see on the screen right now, and so it still comes in classic aquamarine as well as these 4 colors, but who knows what might be available in other markets. Okay, so Pentel Techniclick PD105T writing experience. So as I said, I spent some time today writing with it. The lead sleeve is not retractable, and so that does mean that it's pretty solid. And another thing that I noticed with the writing experience on the Pentel Techniclick is that I really like the nature of this particular side advance button. Don't get me wrong, the Quicker Clicker is one of my all-time favorite mechanical pencils. The vintage version of it is on my honorable mention list. If there's any knock to the Quicker Clicker that I have is that I actually don't like that the button is as recessed as it is on this pencil as compared to the Techniclick. And so I'm going to give the Techniclick the edge on that one feature. Okay, in most respects, the Quicker Clicker is a better pencil. But as I was spending some time today, several hours in fact, writing with a Techniclick, I found that the raised nature of this side knock really made a positive difference for me. Because I'd write, I need more lead, I just pop my finger up there and I give it a little click and I'm able to get some lead really, really quick. And so I found this raised nature of the side knock button really great for me. The ribbing of the injection molded plastic, well, it's ribbing on an injection molded plastic. I wouldn't call it anything to write home about, but it's still good. And so writing experience is really one of the key features of the Techniclick that I really enjoyed. In terms of quality, well, this is clear and economy range mechanical pencil. Pentel has pretty much scraped the bottom of the barrel in terms of quality for this. It's injection molded plastic. I don't even think that it can be disassembled. Oh, wait, here we go. It can't be disassembled beyond this point, and at the very least we can get to see this inner part of the mechanical pencil by unscrewing it, but you can see the plastic clutch right there. One thing I want to point out for this is that there's this huge distance between the plastic clutch and the lead sleeve. And that means you're much more likely to get lead breakage with the Pentel Techniclick. You're much more likely to lose a longer length of the little last bit of lead before it gets used up. So something to keep in mind. The pocket clip, pretty flimsy. If I clip this to anything, it would probably snap right off. I'm not a huge fan of pencils that have removable pieces in order for you to get to the eraser. I mean, it is a quality eraser. It's a PDE-1, which is the same eraser that was on the Quicker Clicker. And it's a sizable eraser that you could use to do some erasing that would be effective if you weren't carrying a dedicated eraser with you. So something to keep in mind, that the eraser is pretty good as a PDE-1. I'm still going to rate it overall okay on the quality, because this is economy in the truest sense of the word. What about features? Well, I've already mentioned the fact that I think that the primary selling points of the Techniclick are the clear body, so that you can see how much lead that you have available, and this side knock button, which I happen to find to be pretty interesting feature that isn't common on a lot of mechanical pencils. It really depends upon the brand and what they're trying to do, but side knock mechanisms tend to be a pretty awkward thing. I really like it on the Techniclick, so I'm going to go up a little bit on it and call it OK plus for features, because the clear body is pretty rare, and that side knock mechanism happens to just be, in my opinion, really good in this case. Cost, cheap. I think for me, I paid 9 something USD on Amazon. And I had the option of paying like $7.50 to get 3 in aquamarine. But since this is kind of part of my mechanical pencil past that I thought had been lost, I went ahead and got 4 in varying colors. Pure nostalgia, raw nostalgia. Okay. And so, is it worth the price for $9 for 4 of these? You know, for an economy pencil, yeah. I mean, it really takes me back. I mean, if I didn't have a history with the Techniclick, I don't know if I would have considered it to be a good buy. I mean, I don't think it's a bad buy, but that's just something for you to consider. So pros for the Pentel Techniclick, the PD105T, it has that clear body so that you can see how much lead you have remaining. It has the PDE-1 eraser. It's got a comfortable ribbed grip. And I really like the placement and the nature of that side ratchet button for the mechanism. Cons, plastic clutch. It's got a weak mechanism. There's that long gap between the lead sleeve and the clutch, and the pocket clip is weak. I don't regret purchasing it in any way, shape, or form. And Carlos, shout out to you. I really appreciate you commenting on the channel and doing a little bit of research and showing me that you found it. It definitely deserves to have a place in my collection. And I could see myself, you know, using this pencil. And so there you go. It's the Pentel Techniclick PD105T. I hope you enjoyed this, and you can check it out on Amazon. I have several more mechanical pencil reviews coming up. They've also just came out with some new limited editions of the classic P200 series for Pentel. And so if you want to do some searching online for marbled P200 series pencils, and then apparently like baby blues and pinks are in vogue in Japan right now. And so I also have on the way some very light pastel P200 series pencils that have different labeling and branding that I've ever seen before in a P200 series pencil. And so if you collect P200 series pencils like I do, those are going to be some videos that are going to be coming up that you're going to want to watch for. And so thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Stay warm.